Yes, let's be honest. Everyone is a little afraid of Capricorn Rising. And I know it from my own because my mom has Capricorn Rising too. That calm, observant gaze can make a whole room go quiet. Behind that serious face lives a fragile, deeply loving soul that hides its heart behind duty, control, and care for others. And today, I want to show you what's really behind that stone ball. Through childhood wounds, their appearance, love and relationships, careers and healing on real famous examples like Taylor Swift, Monica Bellucci, Jane Fonda, and Naomi Campbell. And if, like me, you are on the journey of learning astrology, stay by the end of this video and you might see Capricorn rising or yourself in a completely new light.
It's way more fun on Talks by the Stars.
People often ask me, what is Capricorn rising sign? And my simple answer is this. This is person that everyone automatically trusts. The one who organizes everything, keep things running, and somehow hold it all together when others would give up. A Capricorn rising personality comes across as serious, reliable, and responsible, like someone who always finishes the job and keep their word. They are usually seen as calm and collected, even when they feel a lot inside. These are classic Capricorn rising traits: self-control, discipline, and the ability to stay steady under pressure. Because of this, people often project leadership onto them, assuming they follow rules and never fail, which can be a heavy role to carry. In childhood, a Capricorn rising sun often learned early that safety came from adults, authority figures, or strict structure rather than play and emotions. Many grew up serious and obedient, trusting elders and rules more than kids their own age. When those adults disappointed them, they learned to hide vulnerability behind strong poker face, shaping deep Capricorn rising personality traits of emotional control and self-discipline. Their safety zone became stability itself, having a role, a title, or a clear place in the world, and if that structure disappears, they can feel deeply exposed, like the ground fell out from under them. Over time, the true lesson of Capricorn rising personality is learning to be their own authority instead of living by someone else's expectations. And Taylor Swift is a perfect example of this. Her childhood wasn't as carefree as many people imagine. Growing up, she faced rejection and additions, bullying at school, and the constant feeling of being too much or out of place, which pushed her to mature quickly. Instead of breaking her, those experiences taught her control, focus, and almost relentless work ethic. She learned early that talent alone wasn't enough without structure and consistency. As a teenager, she treated songwriting and performing like a full-time job, practicing daily, studying the industry, and setting long-term goals when most kids were still figuring themselves out. That intense focus on her career became her safety zone, turning childhood insecurity into discipline, self-mastery, and one of the most carefully built careers in the modern music. That's a quiet drama of Capricorn rising energy. Learning that real security doesn't come from approval, but from standing tall in your own power and writing your own rules. My mother is a Capricorn rising, and honestly, I never met more responsible or strong woman. She's kind of person who quietly carries everyone's worries on her shoulders and still keeps going, no matter how tired she is. At first glance, a Capricorn rising woman can seem serious, distant, or even a little intimidating, like they're protected by the invisible stone wall. This is one of the first clues in how to spot Capricorn rising women. Their face often looks calm, controlled, and emotionally reserved, even when they're actually very kind inside. Their classic appearance is built on strong bone structure, defined cheekbones, a firm jawline, and a narrow or elongated face that feels mature and composed. Often you can note their deep, observant eyes and that thoughtful gaze that feels wise and slightly distant. A Capricorn rising woman often carries quiet power rather than softness, and her appearance feels elegant, disciplined, and timeless instead of trendy. Many Capricorn ascendants look older but are young, but here the magic. They age beautifully, become more attractive and confident with time. Their posture is upright, movements are controlled, and nothing about them feels rushed or sloppy. A perfect example of Capricorn rising appearance is Monica Bellucci. Her face carries strong bone structure, deep-set eyes, and a calm, serious expression that feels magnetic without trying. Her Capricorn rising physical appearance has never relied on trend or use. Instead, she became more striking with age, proving how Saturn rewards passion and self-respect. Monica's posture, slow movements, and grounded presence show classic restraint. Nothing rushed, nothing chaotic, just controlled elegance. Her beauty feels timeless and authoritative, the kind that commands attention simply by existing. The truth is, Capricorn rising appearance doesn't try to be cute or charming. It's earned respect quietly. If you ever notice an older, elegant woman who looks dignified and put together, chances are she has Capricorn rising. They don't just age beautifully, their discipline and self-care over the years really show, and it's hard not to admire that. The Capricorn rising style is known for strict elegance. They avoid bright colors and loud trends, choosing dark tones, sharp tailoring, and high-quality fabrics that feels timeless. This is classic Capricorn rising beauty. Minimal, controlled, and confident, never messy or chaotic. Naomi Campbell is a textbook example of it. She built her famous style on authority, precision, and presence. Her sharp tailoring, monochrome looks, and disciplined posture make her appear commanding even in the simplest outfit. Naomi proves that for the Capricorn rising sign, true style is not about decoration, it's about dominance, control, and timeless respect. Outfits for Capricorn rising women are designed to look professional, mature, and reliable even in casual settings. She shines in tailored suits, structured dresses, pencil skirts, and coats that hold their shape and communicate discipline. Less skin and fewer details actually increase her presence, which is why restraint works so well. America Ferrera embodies this grounded, professional side of the Capricorn rising woman. Through her structured silhouettes and thoughtful outfit choices, she favors clean lines, classic cuts, and refined details that communicate seriousness without calmness. Her looks show how Capricorn rising celebrities succeed by dressing with purpose, maturity, and quiet confidence. Capricorn rising makeup is all about definition, symmetry, and control rather than softness or glow. Matte or satin skin, sharp cheekbones, subtle contouring, and clean browns help create the composed look. Lips stay classic, nude, rose, or deep red, but the overall effect whispers authority instead of shouting for attention. Giselle Bunch's beauties perfectly reflects Capricorn rising makeup. Her beauty is disciplined, minimal, and structure-focused rather than trendy or flashy. Her makeup almost always enhances bone structure, clean skin, supple contour, and neutral tones that emphasize control and maturity. This is classic Capricorn rising beauty, effortless on the surface, but clearly intentional and powerful underneath. I know many people with Capricorn rising who choose partners they can protect and take care of, and at the same time, with whom they can finally relax and stand being the strong one for once. For Capricorn ascendant, relationships are never casual, they are life lessons. That's why love is meant to soften, the strong exterior. And that's all because their descendant is Cancer, ruled by the moon, which brings emotions, family, safety, and deep attachment. In everyday lives, Capricorn rising love often begin with control and responsibility, but relationships pull them toward warmth, care, and emotional honesty. They may look calm and unshakable, yet their Capricorn ascendant spouse is usually sensitive, nurturing, family oriented, and deeply loyal when they feel safe. The challenge in Capricorn rising compatibility is learning to talk about feelings instead of hiding behind work, trend, or silence. This is why their relationships theme often include building a home, creating traditions, and protecting the people they love. Marriage doesn't make them weaker. It teaches them how to rest, receive support, and share the weight they carry alone. The main relationship lesson here is simple but powerful. Real strength comes from emotional safety, not control. When ambition and tenderness are respected equally, Capricorn ascendant marriage life becomes a quiet sanctuary, not a battlefield. Jana Bush Hager love story is a beautiful real-life example of this relationship. Before marriage, her life was filled with public pressure, responsibility, and constant expectation. But love came quietly when she met Henry Hager, a steady, emotionally supportive partner who brought warmth and safety into her world. They married in 2008 and built their relationship around family, privacy, and emotional trust rather than fame or status. Together they raised 3 children, creating a home-centered life where she could soften, rest, and be herself away from the spotlight. This is classic Capricorn rising club, a strong woman choosing a nurturing partner who turns marriage into the safety emotional home, not a performance. Many of my clients ask, what does Capricorn rising mean for my path? And my answer is, it is someone who's often afraid to let go and lose control because they believe too many people depend on them. From a young age, life pushed them toward responsibility, teaching them that patience and efforts matter more than shortcuts. This is why Capricorn rising careers often grow in fields where discipline, leadership, and long-term vision are required, like business, medicine, education, or management. At Capricorn ascending in deep, their journey isn't just about success. It's about self-mastery, learning to try themselves step by step. Their Capricorn rising soul navigation teaches them to move slowly, plan carefully, and keep going even when no one is applauding yet. But here's a quiet challenge. They often forget to rest, feel, or ask for help, carrying too much weight on their shoulders. Learning how to heal Capricorn rising begins with allowing softness, joy, and human connection alongside ambitions. A powerful example is Jane Fonda. Her life carried deep Capricorn rising drama from an early age, marked by emotional distance, high expectation, and the pressure of living up to a famous family name. Growing up, she struggled with the feeling unseen and silent, which later showed up as eating disorders, self-doubt, and a constant need to prove her worth. Her healing didn't come through comfort or retreat, but through action. She turned pain into purpose by stepping into activism, especially fighting women's rights, peace, and social justice. By using her voice publicly, even when it's controversial, she rebuilt her self-respect and inner authority. Jane Fonda shows how Capricorn rising healing happens when discipline and responsibility are redirected toward meanings, turning personal wounds into strength that serves others. From my own experience, Capricorn rising men are natural leaders. They tend to succeed in wherever they commit to, not because of luck, but because the daily discipline, patience, and life experience are truly impressive. A Capricorn rising man has a calm, serious presence that people trust almost instantly. even then don't want know why. Their appearance is all about strong bone structure, a defined jaw, sharp cheekbones, and a face that looks focused and mature. A Capricorn Ascendant man rarely looks louder or flashy. Instead, his strength shows through restraint, discipline, and quiet confidence. When people talk about Capricorn Rising man's physical appearance, they often mean that lean, structured body, upright posture, and a walk that feels purposeful, like he's always heading someone important. What's interesting that many Capricorn rising men look serious when they're young, but age works in their favor. They actually become more attractive, refined, and dignified over time. You can see this clearly in celebrities like Richard Gere, whose calm authorities only grew stronger with age, or John Legend, whose composed elegance feels timeless. Even Cristiano Ronaldo showed this energy, ambitions, control, and a body built through discipline rather than chaos. The truth is, a Capricorn rising man doesn't try to impress. He simply stands there and somehow commands respect. And yes, he may look like he's judging everyone in the room, but don't worry, he's probably just planning his next 5 years life strategy. And now I'm curious, do you feel this energy in yourself or someone close to you? Write in the comments. I read everything, and your stories often inspire my next videos. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe and follow this channel. Follow Talk by the Stars and let's keep growing together.
It's way more fun on Talks by the Stars.